G'day and welcome back to Star Citizen. It's been a while since I last did a video in this, and quite a lot has changed since then, so much in fact that I can't cover it all in one video, so instead I'm going to start with the most obvious, and that is this ship right in front of me, the MISC Freelancer, which was the ship I pledged for initially, and if anybody knows or has seen my previous video, it looks quite a bit different than it used to. Also, you'll see we're floating in space. There's the gas giant of Crusader there, for we are in the Alpha 2.0 of the, well, first space, actual universe thing. So, I don't know what to call it. They call it Babyverse or whatever, but anyway, let's just have a look at the ship, shall we? So, it's actually bigger than it used to be. It's not very obvious just looking at it, but it is quite a bit bigger. And also you'll see that they've changed the design a fair bit, so we'll just peek in through the cockpit glass here. I'm using the EVA, but you can get a bit of a view in there of the cockpit with a very long dashboard and the view that people constantly criticize, which it's restrictive, but I actually feel it suits it, because after all, this is not just a fighter, this is a freighter. But let's keep going down. You can see some rescue information down there. Also, I'll have to point out you've got these new thrusters. They're different at the moment, they're just like voids, but they're different to what used to be here. Also, this bit here used to be how you boarded the ship. Well, there wasn't this protrusion, but the landing gear would come down and you would board through ladders up this thing. That doesn't exist anymore. You don't board through there anymore. Instead, if I duck around the other side, you'll see instead you now have this docking, sort of airlock door on the side. So that is where you board from, and that is not actually active at the moment, but, oh, it says it is, but I can't actually interact with it. But yes, that is how you board the ship now. So it actually sits on the ground a lot lower than it normally does, or it did before, rather, because now this is the new normal. The waist turrets have been pushed out further, so now these guns can actually converge ahead of the ship, which is something it couldn't do before, so that was an issue. And they are dual sizeful guns. These aren't the ones that are meant to come with the ship, these are just the ones it has fitted at the moment, because they're the only ones actually made. But they've got some nice detail there, as you can see, all very fancy as you would expect of Star Citizen. Now, if we keep moving back, we got the engine here, or the engine system, with the landing gear that comes down beneath it. So, if we keep moving on it, there's the wings with all the missiles stuck on it, as impressive as they always were. And yeah, there are quite a few of them too. So keep on swinging back, the engine's completely redesigned yet again. You'll see they got this bit of a glow to them now, but the actual nozzle has this different shape to it. So it's a little like the flaps it had, but not quite. And then if we move up to the top here, you'll see the turret has been given a redesign. So it is still just a one-man turret, but it is a lot bigger than it used to be. It'll actually fit a person in there now, which is all good and dandy. But anyway, let's go down, let's activate the ramp and go inside it. So as the ramp comes down, we can fly ourselves on in, and the gravity takes hold down. So here we are inside, we can shut the ramp up, or just there we go, now the ramp is up. If I hit O, I can turn the light on, but I don't really need it inside the ship because it's lit well enough. Now up there is the access for the turret, so you can see you can get in there. And yes, this is probably the most obvious change of the Freelancer apart from the new interior up forward, because you'll see they've given this space to either side, supposedly so you can access the turret. However, I would have quite liked it to be just on one side, because we don't need it on both. Also note you've got these systems here, these are all part of how the actual cargo mechanics work. There'll be basically magnetic locks that keep the pallets in place. So it's nice to see them actually working on that now. If we step on through here, we go through to the airlock, which is much bigger than it used to be. Again, you'll see it's just more room for cargo here of some sort, and then the docking ring up the top. And if we step forward into here, we are in the living quarters. So now we've got a toilet and shower on either side, which are not active at the moment, so I can't do anything on them. There is a crew station here, don't know what for, because again, you can't use it at the moment. This is the new entrance, so you can see here that's the airlock, which will open out and then you can get in and out of the ship. There's a ladder there that would come down for when you're landed. And also, if we move on forward, the bunks, instead of being just open like they used to be, are now escape pods like you see in the Constellation. So basically, you can just go into them and they will eject and you'll be safe in the ship, instead of what they used to be where there was no escape at all. And finally, we move through this new and final bulkhead and we are in the bridge, which is again quite heavily redesigned. You've got these cruise stations here that have holographic displays for what you can use, and they do pop up even though at the moment nothing actually happens when the ship is powered down like it is at the moment. So let's just hop into this ship's pilot seat, shall we? So we hit F, wait for the animation to get in, and here's the seating position, and there's the view you've got. So people are complaining about this and say, it's too restrictive. I actually think it's fine, because, like I say, you don't see a huge amount, but you see more than enough for what you need in a ship this size. So let's just throttle up and go for a quick cruise, shall we? So we'll hit V to switch from the pre-flight, or whatever it's called, for the landing speed. This is the Space Combat Maneuvering Speed, or SCM. You can see that is basically the fastest speed you had in Arena Commander. If you hit V again, we now go into cruise speed, which is the even faster speed. This will be like for how you get around within systems where you're not traveling tremendous distances. And then finally, if you hit B, you open the quantum travel thing, so now you pick a destination. But because I am in cruise at the moment, you'll see I'm turning very slowly. So we could go anywhere, or I can just hit B and drop out of it. And like I say, if I hit B again, because I hit the wrong button before, and middle mouse, now it will spool up the drive and we will go into quantum travel. So here we go, quantum travel, which is the fastest you can go. And that will be how you actually get around. Whoops, and I think I accidentally died there by trying to shoot or hitting the border. So yeah, that is the MISC Freelancer. And yep, I seem to have definitely died because now I'm in the respawn thing. But anyway, that was, as I said, the MISC Freelancer. This is Star Citizen. Safe landings.